it will reach a point when people will have to adapt to the changes that are going on in the food economy sector. Yes, that means you will have to eat from your workplace or go home and cook your food. The reason we are saying so is because the ongoing recession is currently threatening the closure of some of our most favorite restaurant chains. It is very sad to believe that the restaurant industry is dealing with the difficulties of economic downturn, and that even some of the largest chains have not been spared yet. It is at this moment that even managing a restaurant is a tough deal to take, and as a result we are seeing very many of our favorite chains disappearing. That's why we came up with a list of 12 of the most favorite restaurant chains that are on the verge of becoming ghosts forever. But before we get into that, we urge you to support our work with a thumbs up, but also remember to hit the subscribe button for plenty of our videos on world economics. Without further ado, then let's dive right into it. 1. Sparrow. Because of the high competition from its big competitors, increased prices, drop in quality, and zero delivery services for its customers, Sparrow is seeing itself lag so much behind in terms of expansion. This famous pizza chain has been around for more than 2 decades, and during its boom days, it has grown to become a very great and a popular shopping mall. So when did the rain start to beat it? Since 2004, Sparrow has closed over half of its restaurants in America, and its revenue has continued to drop as years went by. This is coupled with the fact that Sparrow has been facing a hard time with the recent insane costs of almost everything that goes into a pizza, including flour, cheese, tomatoes, sausages, pepperoni, and more. This has in turn led to the Sparrow people to hike the prices of their commodities. And of recent, many of its shoppers have been complaining about a drop in the quality of its products and the insane prices they have to pay for their products, all of which have led to lower sales as a result of consumers shifting their preferences. 2. Applebees. After being in business for several decades, we should soon be expecting to see Applebees becoming a ghost. Since its inception in 1980, Applebees has been experiencing a thread of successes in years, but over time, several financial problems have started to grow, and they are soon maturing. Since 2015, sales have continued to slow, and the company even tried new ways to attract customers. Talk about a move to healthy options, a new delivery method, late-night half-app savings, and even $1 cocktails. Unfortunately, none of those methods paid off, and of recent the restaurant has been closing down many of its chains. As we speak, already 120 locations across the US have been shuttered, and we should at least see 24 of Applebee's restaurant chains shut in the coming months after a result of low profits and expansion plans not working out. Number 3. The Cheesecake Factory. With the costs of ingredients and labor skyrocketing over the past few years, the Cheesecake Factory is also in the limelight of collapse. Known to be one of the most popular fast casual dining restaurants, the Cheesecake Factory is seeing a greater chunk of its chains being shut down. The reason being its sales flatlining, and after the impact of the pandemic on its balance sheet that have reflected negatively on its financial sector. Founded in 1972, the Cheesecake Factory is just celebrating its 50th anniversary, which is just actually one of the ironic moments in its lifetime. Since its opening, this company has seen 38% of its locations being permanently closed, with around 10% of them going dark over the last 3 years alone. Yeah, that should certainly be a bad sign for the dessert diner that is losing millions in earnings from the closures. Number 4. Red Lobster. From just its name, you can quickly know the kind of meals it prepares without even going there. Since its opening, Red Lobster has been serving up fresh lobster, baskets of Cheddar Bay biscuits, and endless shrimp planters for Americans all over the country. Even though the chain prides itself affordable seafood for everyone, the restaurant has struggled significantly in recent years and has shut many of its locations. In 2021, this seafood joint had over 700 restaurants, but since then, over 50 locations have closed their doors for good. This trend is expected to continue in 2023. According to the Thai Union Group, a union that owns Red Lobster, they are saying that the closures have been necessary for the better health of the company. Number 5. Hooters. Hooters will be celebrating its 40th year in 2023, but retail analysts are unsure whether the chain will still be alive by the end of this decade. Over the many years, the company has invested a lot of money and ventures that have failed, including the Hooters Casino Hotel in Las Vegas, which lost millions of dollars, and it has been approaching bankruptcy since 2019. More than 7% of its retail footprint has been shuttered. The brand even tried to rename some of its locations to Hoots and start addressing the waitresses more conservatively to adapt to what it thought customers wanted. But its biggest challenge has been the lack of stability in management and the constant changes in ownership over short periods of time. Every time a new buyer took over the company, they had to focus on restoring operations and regaining profitability, instead of thinking about what would be Hooters' next move, and how the chain would differentiate itself from other major competitors. During its peak about a decade ago, Hooters had around 430 units. By 2022, it had only 318 units, and as 2023 began, that figure had fallen further to just 308 restaurants in the United States. Number 6. Pizza Hut. This old granny has lived its best 60 years making pizzas as it continued to struggle with Domino's and Papa John's. In 2017, Domino's surpassed Pizza Hut as the largest pizza chain in terms of global products, and in its stuffed crust, from mozzarella to cheddar. Pizza Hut announced in 2020 that they would close 500 stores. The decrease in sales is due to the fact that Pizza Hut didn't change with the times, and their menu and marketing strategies didn't keep up with the competition. Analysts are even saying that the company's recent efforts to go deeper into the technological world will only deal with a portion of the issue. Number 7. Hard Rock Cafe. Opened in 1971, Hard Rock Cafe is one of the oldest fast casual dining chains in the world. Despite it owning a number of hotels, casinos, and cafes, it is sadly losing a lot of its locations in recent years at a very exponential rate, that even 2023 is not left behind. Several of its locations in Texas, California, and Massachusetts have already been shut down since 2020. Jim Allen, chairman of Hard Rock International, recently warned about the ongoing economic challenges and even hinted that more closings are underway before 2023 ends. Number 8. Buffalo Wild Wings. It stands out to be the latest victim of this ongoing retail apocalypse. Buffalo Wild Wings is a famous sports bar and chicken restaurant that had 1,333 locations countrywide back in 2019. Today, there are only 1,240 locations still operating. The reasons for such closures in some of its already closed 93 stores was a chicken shortage that gripped much of the country since 2021, as well as rising labor costs and underperformance. Seeing that happening, the chain raised its prices to offset the higher operational costs and financial losses. And just like Sparrow, the restaurant saw many of its franchises drop in their earnings. Over the past 12 months, its retail footprint has continued to shrink, with restaurants in Illinois, Virginia, Colorado, and Florida closing down. Number 9. TGI Fridays. For several years, TGI Fridays, a casual dining chain, has struggled with declining sales and traffic due to an 11.3% decrease. The chain and its franchisees closed 34 restaurants in 2019. The fast casual movement has contributed to the decline of casual full-service restaurants such as TGI Fridays. In an attempt by them to move from the casual dining concept and focus more on the bar and apps, TGI Fridays' leadership has changed, which also has impacted its performance. Number 10. Taco Bell. It is one restaurant that has gotten itself into a line of troubles in 2023. First, Taco Bell is in court against Taco John's over the trademark for Taco Tuesday, which Taco Bell claims belongs to everyone. 2. The franchise cost at Taco Bell is high, which could discourage potential franchisees. Thirdly, Taco Bell faces stiff competition from other fast food restaurants. Fourthly is its parent company, Yum Brand, that has dropped by as much as 10% since reporting a huge loss in the first quarter. Lastly, Taco Bell CEO Mark King was named Restaurant Leader of the Year for 2023, but this may not be enough to save the chain. What we should all be expecting from them is to start seeing Taco Bell Group shutting down most of its stores because of the negative trend in their sales. Number 11. Chipotle. Just like Taco Bell, Chipotle is another restaurant that is facing some of the most difficult problems as we are speaking. Chipotle fell short of its sales and profit targets in the fourth quarter of 2022, as customers reduced their use of expensive delivery orders, and this made the traffic to slow down in December. Chipotle's comparable sales increased from 5.6% in quarter 4 of 2022, while analysts expected a 7.1% increase. Also, Chipotle's same-store sales have fallen 15% in the last 2 years, despite a 6.4% increase for the full year of 2017. Because of a constant inflation across product categories, even some well-off customers are looking for cheaper alternatives, such as McDonald's. In addition, the company has been losing customers, leading to further crisis. Number 12. Benihana. Ending our list today is Benihana. It is one of the most iconic restaurant chains that was founded in 1964 and became a talk of the town in the United States. In the 1990s and early 2000s, it used to offer Japanese cuisine, served tableside, along with the interactive experience that was very helpful in making the chain maintain its popularity. Sadly, many consumers gradually lost interest in the chain, and today we are speaking of only 76 locations that are still open, making this company a dying brand. As we continue to witness these ongoing closures, it is very true of how much of an impact a recession can put us through. As we have all seen, if this isn't stopped, then what is coming ahead of us is nothing but a huge disaster. And that is why we all must put our heads together to help curb this menace. So what do you think needs to be done to kill the ongoing closures in this time of a recession? Please make sure that you leave your suggestions in the comment box below. Here marks the end of our video today. We hope you guys enjoyed watching it. Anyway, thanks for watching, and let's meet in our next video.